Account for 350 million naira constituency funds within 7 days. Group challenges Rivers lawmakers. Okay, the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation (NDPYLF) Rivers State Chapter has challenged members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to account of 350 million naira released to each member of the House in 2025 for constituency projects. The group said the Martin Ameole-led assembly must explain how it utilized 9.1 billion naira they cumulatively received. NDPYLF demanded that the lawmakers provide a detailed breakdown of projects executed or underway tied to the current funds and indicating the locations and current status of such projects. And how long will that one take them? The group made the disclosure in a statement signed by its Rivers State Chairman, Isaiah Johnson Obiechere, on Wednesday, insisting that the information be made accessible to constituents and the general public, stressing that Rivers residents deserve clarity on how public funds are allocated. In their name we spent. The advocacy group wants that failure to comply with the ultimatum would compel it to pursue lawful actions, including public protests, petitions to relevant anti-corruption agencies, and sustained advocacy to ensure accountability. The statement reads in part, NDPYLF is deeply concerned that despite the huge allocation meant to directly improve the lives of constituents across Rivers State, there is little to no visible evidence of projects executed in most constituencies. This situation raises serious questions about transparency, accountability, and respect for the people who entrusted these lawmakers with their representation. Yet we therefore demand that within 7 days, the affected lawmakers should clearly outline the amount received by each constituency. Well, I like it because that's how they used to give ultimatum in the next 24 hours, in the next 1 week. So you people too, they are giving you 1 week to come and explain, give a breakdown of project executed or the ones that are going. State the allocation, the current status of each project, make this information available. Say failure to do so within the stipulated period will leave NDPYLF with no other option than to take lawful actions, especially public protest, petition to be relevant, anti-corruption agencies, and sustained advocacy to ensure that Rivers people get justice. They stress that constituency funds are public resources designated for grassroots development, not personal entitlement, insisting that Rivers people deserve accountability rather than silence. NDPYLF highlighted its commitment to fostering good governance, transparency, and youth-led leadership throughout the Niger Delta. Hallelujah Otto says, you are more mumu like your parents. Is replying to somebody, Emmanuel Morgan. You are more mumu like your parents and you remain mumu with your family and your children. Will be the greatest mumu. Okay, I need to go and check what Emmanuel said for him to receive that insult. But before that, Hallelujah says, thanks NDPYLF for your lawful intervention over the political crisis in Rivers State. Wike is using the criminal court APC assembly members to destabilize Subaru's government. Let them account for the constituent allocation. Since they want trouble, they'll have problems. Mother says, don't mind those things. Big things. Martin first says, you can mobilize Rivers State youths to gather signatures of voters to recall these assemblymen if they fail to show and give account of how they utilize the said funds. You voted them in, and you can also recall them since they will not allow the governor to work because of godfatherism. Young Dominic says, a member of Rivers State House of Assembly cheaply allowed themselves be dribbled by Wike. I'm telling you, now that the court has thrown away their impeachment application, can Mr. Wike still influence the court with his billion? Let's watch and see. Now the Rivers State are demanding the accountability of 350 million naira each they collected for constituency projects. Where is their political godfather, Mr. Wike? The Indian main of Yoruba State. Where is he? It is well. Say what goes up will surely come down. It's just a matter of time. Chukwudi says, thank you, the youth of Rivers. Moses says, let Rivers people rise up and demand accountability from this state assembly people who are corrupt, very, very corrupt. All of them should be on their way to prison right now because, Then he says, that's criminal. Pocketing consistency project money is a criminal offense. They should be arrested and charged for criminal offenses. Emmanuel Morgan says, what about the federal lawmakers? Please, only for Rivers. Okay, only for Rivers State and they get mouth. Okay, that was Emmanuel Morgan that they were insulting the other time. Lasisi says, this is time for Rivers people to demand for their rights in the hands of all the representatives. I think so. They really should. Felix Oroma says, the people of Rivers State have right to demand for accountability of their resources entrusted to the hands of their representatives. They must account for every kobo given to them. Gordon Ipoto says, speaking this, that says his mother will not sleep, himself will not sleep. So stay awake until you give an account for what you know about this. Mahajaji says if they fail to comply with the stipulated time frame, this group should mobilize the various constituents to kickstart their recall process immediately. It is time we teach those infra legislators proper lesson because they have been taking Rivers people granted for so long. Yes, for really so long. Jeffrey says useless UK houseboy. That Amewole, number one. Oga of the houseboys. Atunde says the Ndpylf chairman, his ESCO should institute a legal case to asking Speaker and his cohort to give account of the money. Chairman should invite the EFCC and ICPC in the case. Chairman would serve those the RSHA members, right? They can't be eating their cake and having it back. Okay, Sarah says Hunter becomes auntie. Okay. Akim Adejimo says this should go beyond taking them to a court of public opinion. Nigeria politicians are not as sensitive as that. Okay. But they said Fubara should send the FCC after those assembly members and as well as Wike. Let shall be seen how the matter will unfold. Adejimi says, Lord, the group no get sense. Thank God the question says if they are unable to account for it, EFCC should probe them. Let's see how that goes. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.